Okay, so we're gonna start out like how I normally do. I'm gonna go from one end all the way to the other. So here with the Helix, you'll notice that I've got a couple more of my posts up, and I was able to continue the grade upward just a little bit further. Obviously it's painted and I've got the track down. I was able to add more wiring, so the feeders for that one, which are right below that LRC car there, everything is wired and in place. Just got to keep going. I ran out of plywood, so I'm gonna have to get more, and then I'll be able to continue on up from there and around. I think 2 sheets of 4x8 with the stencil that I have, which is right up here. I use that stencil to cut out a bunch of the curves. I get about 6 out of a 2x4, or sorry, 4x8. I might be able to get more, but that's all I have right now. So next, you'll notice I did add a fascia piece here. Basically, I did have some left over, so I cut a piece just for that specific spot there, so I can kind of fill this in a bit and then finish the grass around here. And also I can cut the hole there and then add my control station or power supply. The next piece that will continue on from here actually goes around and will attach on the other side. So I didn't want it to go right back. I wanted it to come out this way a little bit, and then it'll attach here, and I'll have some support pieces here, and then it'll also be connected on that side as well. So that's just some more supplies that I do have to pick up, but I will be getting that this month, along with the 4x8 sheets of plywood for my Helix here, so I can get to the second level. You'll also notice that I do have my backdrops up. In those last couple of videos, I showed you how I was able to get them put into place, and I got as far as that with the top one because that's all I had, but you'll notice that it goes right around with the second level into the back corner. Now over here, not too much has changed. It's a little cleaner, like I tidied up a bit. And you'll notice that I've got an abundance more of these grain cars because between getting some for Christmas and then I bought some more. I think I bought 2 more of the Saskatchewan brown and orange there. Basically, yeah, they're really piling up, so I'm just kind of having them sprawled out here because I think they're great. They're probably like some of my favorite cars, to be honest with you, because they're so colorful. So also, while I'm in this general area, you'll notice that I've completed my ladder, my main ladder for my yard. So basically my yard section is done. The feeders are dropped. You'll notice that I have my little posts in here, which I did add. It's just plastic styrene, and they're all numbered to correspond with the switches here. So each track will be individually powered. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which correspond with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And basically, yeah, I'll be able to add individual power to each one of these tracks so that I don't have all my power running through everything all at the same time. So I can cut power and allocate it to the rest of the layout when it's not in use. Next time, on my next Third Rail Thursdays, I'm probably going to ballast all this and lock all of that in because it's done basically. So I'm gonna finish it off. I'm gonna bring the ballast right down here, and I'll be able to get the ballast right from there, right down to here, fill this all in, and it'll be good. It'll be set. Now you'll notice obviously I have another switch that comes off this way with another switch. Well, this here is for my maintenance facility, which is going to go in here. I'm just waiting on 3 more switches, which are going to create a ladder going up this way, and I just have to put the tracks going out from it, and then that's it, and then that's all done. But obviously, because of this entire area here, I'm just going to show you what I've been working on because I need to get this all locked in here. So obviously you can see, I put the grass down, put some ballast down, even got some ballast up here done. It's because on my last Third Rail Thursdays, I was able to basically get all the weaving done for this. And then after all the weaving was done, because I went all the way down this way, I did the plaster cloth, and the plaster basically ends right there. You can see in the white ends up there, and then I got as far as that. I didn't even get to finish that little section right there because I ran out of plaster cloth. So I'm waiting on plaster cloth now so that I can move on to this section. And then I ran out of brown paint, as you can obviously see here. I managed to get all that done, all this side done, and a little bit, around the abutment there, but that's about it. And then I was able to put some grass down, which is great. That's not static grass. I usually do a light coat of the regular turf, and then I'll come back and I will do the static grass on top of that once I go to lock this ballast in here, which, obviously it's not much of an area. Why would I bother to ballast such a small area? Well, I mean, normally people do them in small sections anyways, but, I'm just trying to keep busy, trying to get as much done as possible, because as soon as this section is done back in there, I can add the wood back to here, and I can add the wood for the second level back to here, and then I can continue on with the second level. I did manage as well to get the second level up here as far as halfway through my yard. This specific module here had to be cut down from a big one that went from that end to here. It was just too big, and I wanted an extra middle support there. So I added another 2x4, and that's all locked in. So I made a smaller one, and I just have to make a smaller one for here, and then I'll be able to put that one in as well once I'm done in this back section right here. So because I'm done all back in there and basically going this way back from halfway up, I was able to do that. I can do that and whatnot, because it's not difficult to get in there, but it's not easy either. So I can work on this at basically any time. But when we continue through here, obviously you'll see this area is such a mess, and it looks like a train wreck, right? So I've got it all taped off still, because I still need to do the plaster cloth for all of it, and I need to finish it. There's lots to do here still. Obviously got to finish that off, and this, and I also have to make the modules that come out this way. So again, lots to do, but everything was wired, all the track is down, and it was all like, you can see obviously the track is painted here. So that's all good. It's just a matter of getting this done, just like this area here, and then I'll be able to continue forward. Pushing forward here, we go into the section where I've been kind of working on this a little bit. I'm a little stumped, but I kind of have a general idea of what I want to do. And this is that general idea, where I have a couple of abutments, and I kind of continue the road here, and it goes kind of off the layout. Even for that building back there and the Canadian Tire industry that's back in there, they might be moving, but until I figure out what is going to go there, that's just what's going to sit there for now. But yeah, I'm kind of doing something here to kind of, it's just like a mock-up, really. That'll all get covered, and it'll look a lot better than that. And even when I add the fascia, because the fascia is going to curve around here, it'll look like it's disappearing into the scene as a tunnel, right? But it goes into a switch here, right? So got to be very careful about this area, because I need to make sure I have access, which generally from the underside I do. And then obviously for now I got my little switch button for this, but it'll probably stay there. I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking about maybe creating a control panel here, which I can, so obviously I got a few buttons, and then I might have buttons up here or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's a couple of buttons there for the switch machines in this area. And you'll notice the road that I made here, it's not permanent. It's just foam core board. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise up the land a little bit right where the road is, and then I'm going to kind of build the land over that. And I did it right through so the trains, you know, will go across, and then I just got to make some grade crossings there for that. And basically how I did that, do you remember when you were little where you would put a penny under a piece of paper and then you take a pencil and then you go and it makes the picture of the penny right on the paper? Well, that's basically what I did. So I took the piece of paper and I made my lines for both tracks, and there would be 4 lines going in a rounded curve. So I would cut the lines on the outside, and then I would, which is basically like that, and then I would put it on paper, or like the foam core, just like that, and I would cut the foam core. So it would have the exact same curve technically as the track. So I could go right up to the track like that if I wanted to. And then, yeah, then it fits to the curve. That's basically how I did that. But I'm just setting that like that for now. And I'll probably fill that over. I don't know yet. Again, this is just a mock-up for now. But yeah, we're moving forward here. Obviously, it's getting a little junky. I stocked up on glue from the dollar store because I knew I was going to be laying a bunch of track and whatnot. So yeah. And then obviously dumping ground for everything else, buildings, my bridges, an extra backdrop, you know, so the bridge goes across there and whatnot. And that's really what I've been working on the most, you know. I did get some wiring done back here. So this whole section here, even though it's really dark, it basically all this is wired. And you can see the backdrop there. So the backdrop goes right to there. But most of this area here is all like dumping ground. That's the way it seems to be anyways. I got, you know, obviously my buildings for there and whatnot, because I still have to build all that up. And yeah, there's a lot to do, a lot. But I'm getting there, and pretty happy with what's going on here. So I'll just be happier when I can actually run trains and loops and all that. But oh, another milestone is that every switch machine that I own is in place. You can see, like, there's one there that's sticking up. They're all in place. They all work. Obviously I need buttons for most of them because, like, I have a couple, but not enough. So I need a bunch of buttons for all of them, and I'm gonna need a few more switch machines, about 5 or 6 for this general area here, which I just installed. And then basically the bottom is done, because everywhere from here on all has switch machines and buttons, but I only have a couple of buttons for this area, but they keep running out, and low supply, high demand, you know how it is. So I'll be really happy once I can get more of those in and basically finish it, and then I can create my control panel for there. And I think there's going to be another control panel over here as well. So let's see, because I did get a couple of things recently. I'm going to show you what I got, and yeah, we'll take a look. All right, so let's take a look here. These are both of my Athearn Genesis SD75i, DCC and sound. These are awesome. So they look great, they sound great, they run great. I highly recommend them. They both came out in, well, obviously it's Ontario Northland, but they also came out in CN as well. And I really wanted to because I wanted some more power. Now that I have a layout with bigger curves, I can run these 6-axle with no issues. So I grabbed a second one, which is the one in the back there, the 2104. I grabbed that a week or two ago, and this one here I've had since they released the new version. But yeah, they're awesome. Let's listen to this. This is a tsunami sound. So despite having just a couple of spots with dirty track, other than that, they run awesome. I still have a lot of cleaning and whatnot to do as I'm installing this, and eventually I'll get a decent track cleaner that I can run through the whole thing, especially when I go to do like operations with friends. I want to make sure that the track is nice and clean. And because it is such a large area and I've got a lot of track to cover, you know, to sit there by hand cleaning everything, especially, I mean, these spaces aren't too bad, you know, because I fit my hand in there, you know, it's a good 4 to 6 inches there. So, but to go through an entire Helix and clean it by hand, ugh, and yeah, yards and whatnot, and 3 levels, I'm gonna have a tough time up here because that's above my head. So it'll be great for shooting, but as far as cleaning the track is going to be pretty bad. So I'll have to get a track cleaner for sure. But that's everything. I've been busy, you know, obviously, but with January being totally locked down, my kids were doing homeschooling and stuff, I didn't get a lot completed, but I got, you know, all the odd jobs and whatnot done that I could, you know, take a few minutes each day to just kind of, you know, knock off. But still so much to do, and we're so close to level 2, guys. I'm super excited. I think we just need to go around 2 more times in this Helix here, and then we're right at the 2nd level. So as soon as I can get to the hardware store, I'm going to be getting all the material to start doing all this, because yeah, I gotta get back in there before, you know, I get too high, and I won't be able to put the top part in until that's done. So get ready for North Bay, because this is where North Bay is going. The shops, and there's gonna be lots of tracks there for, you know, obviously holding all the cars and whatnot. Just, you know, stub end, right? So it's only one in and one out. There's no back end to it. Just lots of extra track there to hold extra cars, my passenger stuff. I got lots of passenger stuff. So yeah, that includes all that. So I've got lots of LRC cars, other Via cars, Tempo cars, Go cars, and with more Go cars on the way. So hopefully I've got a bunch of extra track there that I can use all as storage. That way, you know, I can get everything on the layout all at one time. But that's it. I'm Go Via Go Home. Thanks again for watching my layout update for February. I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a train to catch.